Shalom, welcome to Hebraic Awakening. My name is Tina, and we're going to talk about the importance of barley. We are preparing for Passover Pesach, or some of us may have already celebrated it, but at any rate, I wanted to do just basic videos because sometimes we go into the deep end of things and we really don't understand the basics. So we're going to talk about the importance of barley and help you to see it in a different way, because you can't get to Pesach unless you understand entering into Abib. All right, so let's start with some facts. We see barley in scripture about 37 times. It's mostly translated as grain or to glean. It is found directly in the Torah. It is found in our historical books, Judges, 2 Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, and the book of Job. It is found in our prophecy books, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Hosea, Joel, and it is found in the Brit Hadashah, or the Renewed Covenant, aka New Testament. This is the first type of grain to ripen, and it showed that spring was here. The first harvest of Abib, and it helped everyone to prepare for Pesach. So we know that barley is used in unleavened bread, right? And it is the main bread of the poor. It is used for cattle. So the Hebrew word sheorah, barley, it comes from long hairs, seor. The Hebrew word seor means long hairs. So we enter into the month of Abib, or the month of ripening of the green ears, which is the barley grain. And once you see the grain, the next new moon, we start our new year. Okay, so it is considered the mainstay of our ancestors' diet. It is a highly important grain because in times of drought, you could store it for long periods of time. The medicinal benefits of barley. All right, barley is important to help heal medical conditions such as obesity, constipation, diabetes, kidney problems, heart disease, and more. It is filled with an abundance of fiber and calcium. This grain also aids in cleansing the body. So because we're in Babylon and we're eating GMO and horrific preservatives and dyes and everything else, this is fascinating to us as we are returning back to eating clean and healthy, having a kosher diet, or a diet, that is clean according to biblical standards. We are realizing that we really need to get back to the basics. So barley, the Most High put this as a mainstay of our diet because why? It helps to keep us healthy. It cleanses us. So when we're going to the doctor and they're prescribing, like Miralax, like eat you some prunes, get you some fiber, some granola, and let's have it as the mainstay of our diet since we are returning back to Torah. Because remember, Torah is about the whole man, body, soul, mind, and spirit. It's not just a religious books as some have used it to be. So inside of the word barley, sheorah, right, is the Messiah. Right, so we're going to take our time. We're going to break this down just a little bit because Dr. Michael Laws in the feast book, our husband has been, our Moray, my husband, he has had the assembly go over this book. And we've been going over it until we got to Passover. And Dr. Laws brings a very important insight into the word barley. Okay, Messiah is directly in the word for barley. So sheorah. Ora is the female version of light. That is my actual Hebrew name. So we know or means light. Ora is the female version of light. And then you have say. Okay? You have seor. That means ears. But the Hebrew word for lamb is say. S-E. And so I'm like, wait a minute. And so when you put this together, you have the Lamb of Light. And we reference light to what? Torah. So we have the Lamb of Torah. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is really speaking of the Messiah. And so you have those that will say, oh, you guys are trying to infer the Messiah in the text. No, the Hebrew word for barley means Lamb of Light. Okay, so whether you believe in Yeshua or not, the barley is referring to the Messiah. Whoever you think that is, that's what it's referring to. Okay, so I thought that was awesome. Barley is considered a gift along with the other 6 species. You can find that in Deuteronomy 8:7-8. So this teaching is to prompt you to go and to study. Right? So we already finding that the first species, barley, the first ripened grain or harvest of the year, is closely related or is talking about the Messiah. All right. It is used to feed the followers of Messiah. So here is a great takeaway. As we are studying our Hebrew language, right? So we see Messiah, he's feeding them 5 barley loaves of bread, not just 5 little regular bread, 5 little regular loaves of bread, 5 barley loaves of bread and 2 fishes, which is significant because 5, I automatically go to the Hebrew letter Hey, to behold, to reveal, right? And then we have 2, bait, the house, which is where the family resides. And fish, I know we say fishermen of men, you can say that, but it really is like the picture of a seed, fish, correlated to the picture of a seed. So we have the revelation to the seed or the house of the seed. And what is the revelation? It is the Lamb of Light. So you have the barley, and he's trying to reveal himself to the house or to the seed of the house, which is Israel. And he's causing what? The barley to multiply. Y'all, come on. This is good. And this is this is just basic knowledge. But when you take it and you know your Hebrew letters and you start, putting the context clues together, you get this beautiful, beautiful revelation of the Messiah and what he was trying to do. He is the Lamb of Light. He is the one who has to come to lay down his life and atone for our sin, which is the transgression of Torah. And the penalty is death. So he has to become the Lamb. He has to become the ultimate sacrifice. So this is just so good. Barley is also used in the wave offering. First fruits will wave in the barley and the wheat. And we're going to talk about what wheat represents in another video. But this particular crop, it also yields 100-fold. You can find that in Genesis chapter 26, verse 12. This barley is also known as the staff of life, right? So staff, we know that's that authority. And that authority is of what? Your life. And so I'm like, man, and life, we always equate life to Torah or to the bread or to the water, right? So this is fascinating, just sitting down and studying the word barley. We have entered into the month of the ripening of the barley. And so we're asking questions and we are receiving the answers through studying, through revelation, through Torah. So as you make your unleavened bread, right? As you make your unleavened bread and you get all of the leaven out, let this be in the back of your mind how important barley is to us. I hope this has helped you. And until the next video, shalom everyone.